Welcome to the Adventures of Adam. I'm Adam. Let's adventure. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive into the Friday leaks for this Friday. Let's jump straight into it, shall we? All right. This is the art attack for April 2nd, 2025. All right, here we have Xochiquetzal. Totally pronounced that correct. No need to correct me. I nailed it my first try. Don't come at me. I nailed it. Who cares? Okay, it's an epic character. And she looks great. Very pretty. I'm noticing a lot of vegetation. Some vines going around her arms, a lot of flowers. It gives me like a Hawaiian vibe, even though I know she's not Hawaiian. That's like the Central America, like Aztec sort of faction. But yeah, it gives me that vibe from all the flowers and stuff. I'm wondering if she's some sort of like spirit of the jungle, or if her lore has something to do with harvest or just growth, perhaps. I don't know. Or maybe they're just trying to make her look pretty. If that's what they're going for, they nailed it, because she's beautiful. Yeah, so cool. Very pretty character. And these appear to be Xochiquetzal's weapons, or one of these could be her weapon. These all look super nice. Just looking at them myself, I think out of all of them, I like this one the best. Number E. Yes, I like number E the best. We're gonna stick with number E. But they all look fine. Like, no matter which one they went with, it would just totally be great. Okay, we got a different character here. It's an epic. Zoom in a little bit. This is pretty sure I pronounced that right too. No need to correct me. Nailed it my first try. Don't even come at me. Right, I'm gonna see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Okay. Look at this headdress, man. That's as far as I can zoom in, unfortunately. Yeah, the looks like it says moonstone in the headdress, so her headdress is full of moonstones. I wonder if she has something to do with the lunar cycle. I know that the lunar cycle and the solstices were like very important and prominent in the culture of like the Aztec culture. So I'd be interested to know for sure. This character's beautiful, man. Also, ever since I learned that there's going to be jiggle physics in Godforge, whenever I see a particularly pretty female character in the game, I can't help but wonder what it's going to look like fully rendered. But I love her hair, man. It's super pretty. Like all the way down to her ankles. We get a little bit of hips don't lie over here. And what is this? Oh my gosh. That is savage. Holy cow, dude. Talk about Beauty and the Beast. We got the beauty over here, and this is definitely the beast. Yeah, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Stand on this woman's good side. Holy moly. Okay, this champion looks sick. I would love to have this one on my account. Who's this? Okay, we got Oni, who is a rare. The last two were epics. This one is a rare. Looks like he's going to be just bonking nerds on the head with the Louisville Slugger. It's a totally effective weapon, especially when you got the metal studs on there. I believe the Oni was the beer belly demon. This is what we see here in reference to. The pattern of the pants.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. This dude looks sick. Yeah, especially for a rare. Very cool, very cool. All right, what have we here? Let's try to zoom in. Surely it's not Bellabog. Maybe it is. Huh. Interesting. I don't know what Bellabog is. Now I'm very curious. Oh, maybe that's a typo. When I search for Bellabog, I see a Wikipedia entry for Chernobog and Belobog. And Belobog is the white god, where Chernobog is the black god. And this definitely looks like it could be a light god. Okay, so maybe it's just a different take on the spelling. Because there's also like a different way that it's spelled here. Bieleboh. Interesting. Very cool. The dude just straight up looks like a badass like archangel. Sick. This is super cool. I love this design. It might be my new second favorite male character design. Second only to Merlin, but this is looking sick, guys. Anytime you put wings on something, it just automatically like 10 times cooler. So yeah, this is just absolutely sweet. The staff looks sick too. Yeah, this is super cool. I love this. Good job. Good job. Who does it say? Oh, it doesn't say who worked on it. Good job, Magic Media and Fateless team. Cleopatra. I know who that is, and I'm not even like a history buff. Okay. I feel like everyone should know who this is if I know who it is. And I believe that is the winged serpent on her staff. So I assume that's what's being represented here on her hat. Although what we see on the hat looks far more bird-like than what we see on the staff. So maybe this is different imagery altogether. Like I said, I'm not a history buff, so I don't know the exact details. But man, this is just beautiful work. That's the main thing to focus on. It looks freaking good, and if you summon her from a shard or whatever we have in Godforge to summon characters from, you're going to be super excited. Okay, who's this beef nugget? And Kidu. Okay, that sounds super familiar. I feel like we must have seen this. Yeah, we've seen this guy in 2D before. So this is him 3D rendered. And I have the distinct notion that you'll want to stay on his good side. Okay, and we've seen this art asset before. Oh, who was it? It was I don't remember which character it was. It looked like Frozen Banshee kind of, or like the Lich King, if the Lich King had a daughter. It's kind of like the vibe we saw in Game of Thrones, like sort of female White Walker. But we saw this on her too. So we're seeing some assets being recycled, which it's cool. You know, it increases the productivity of the art team. They could pump out the characters faster, which is good because they're aiming for over 200 at launch. So, oh my gosh, what a dude. Wait, what was this guy's name? Enkidu? Enkidu from the Ikur faction. And this is Gog Magog. Okay, very cool. Looks like some sort of forest troll, perhaps, or something. Guardian of the forest, maybe? I don't... Man, okay, I gotta know what Gog Magog is. Let's look up Enkidu while we're at it. Oh. Yeah, the Godforge Enkidu is way cooler looking than what, than what we see. Could you imagine if that was the final art for Enkidu for Godforge? That would have been a good April Fool's joke. But yeah, no, what we got was way cooler. Yeah, not even close. Okay, Magic Media wins. All right, let's look at Gog Magog. Almost knocked over my Fateless drinking glass and spilled my lemonade everywhere. Close one. If you would also like to almost knock over your Fateless drinking glass, you can go to store.fateless.gg/discount/Adam10 to get 10% off your orders. Anyway, what are we? Gog Magog, a legendary giant, a legendary giant in British folklore. A book by Jeff Noon and Steve Beard, or a what? Let's focus on this part. Okay, I'm bored. He's from this is probably from the what's the name of the Avalon faction. He looks like a forest spirit. I'm just guessing based off the aesthetic. I didn't read any of the Wikipedia because looking at a big wall of text melted my brain. So we're just gonna assume that he's a forest guardian from the Avalon faction because that's what he looks like to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know. Okay, this is Ulfenar. Definitely pronounced that right too, because I'm a professional. Man, this guy looks super badass, and this is from the Asgard faction, so he just looks like a super badass Viking. Man. Yeah, this guy's looking sick. Definitely cool, but that other dude with the angel wings, I still think is my second favorite. Whatever his name was. Bellabog. Actually, this guy's pretty sick too. Oh, what we got here? Vampire. So it looks like we're going to have additional vampires in the game besides just Dracula, which is sick. It would make sense. Hopefully we see some lady vampires. That'd be kind of cool. For no particular reason. But yeah, man, this guy looks sick. If I had to guess, I would say this dude is either a common or an uncommon. Maybe a rare. But just considering his name is just Vampire, it seems like an uncommon or common name. What do we have here? Concept art samurai reskin. Oh, so they're taking... This is just showing how they recycle assets to speed up the process of making new characters. So samurai is a reskin of Ashigaru, requiring 1, replace the helmet with a samurai helmet from the original concept, which is this right here. So we can see that he's wearing it now. So they put this helmet on this guy. Recolor into red armor. So yeah, you can see. Rather than just black, it's red now. Remove the back piece attachment, which is like this banner he's got on the back. And belt with katanas is required. So this guy has no katanas, it seems. This one does. You can see they changed the armor too. So this guy's got like big shoulder plates, and this one does not. So it's pretty cool. They're just mixing and matching, recycling assets to just massively increase productivity, which I stated earlier is super important. Who's this? This looks like Gilgamesh. Do we have a name? Oh, that's the artist. Oh, it's right here. Sargon. So this is not Gilgamesh. Probably from the same faction, I imagine. Because they look like they could be twinsies. This looks very similar to the entity we saw in the cinematic trailer. Breaking the Aether Well. But this is totally a different dude. Super cool. It looks like something right out of like an Assassin's Creed video game. This is really cool. Oh, here's a closer look in 3D. Very nice. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Very cool. And there's another one. Sargon. Is that the same one? Sargon? Is that what it said on the first one? Yeah, Sargon. Because this is all the same guy. Okay, good to know. Very cool. Oh, what is this? Hold on. Zolotl. Definitely nailed that my first try. Professional. That's definitely what his name is. Man, could you imagine? Imagine you're like a conquistador and you sail your boat and land on a foreign land. You get off the boat, you're hacking through the jungle with a machete. All of a sudden you see this guy running at you like, what do? You just crap your pants and die. That's all you can do. This guy looks insanely intimidating. I couldn't imagine just bumping into him in a dark alley. Even a well-lit alley, he would still be terrifying. So yeah, this is insane. Absolutely sick. I love that he's got these like kind of like Wolverine style claws. Absolutely legendary. I might like this more than Merlin. I don't know. Maybe this is a recency bias, but this guy's looking sick. Yeah, this might be my new favorite male character design. Yeah, so cool. Okay, that's the last one of the images. Let's look at the videos. Okay, so this is Odin's Ultimate Ragnarok. No, wait, what is this? Let's look at this one first. Volkodolak. Nailed it. Yeah, these werewolf looks sick. I'm wondering if the werewolf is going to be in the same faction as Dracula. How cool would that be if there was like this interfaction like rivalry between the two, or if he's going to be a different faction entirely. I wonder if he were a different faction, what faction would he be? Because like there's werewolf legends from all like tons of different cultures. Like even here in the United States, there's werewolf cryptids. There's like the Beast of Bray Road, for example, is one that's probably the most popular werewolf legend in the States. Well, I just want to, man, look at the details in this scar, dude. That is vicious. Absolutely gnarly. Whoever designed this killed it, man. Just the whole team at Magic Media is just knocking it out of the park. Just insane. So sick. Great job, Magic Media. And good job, Fateless, for choosing Magic Media. All right, let's check out Odin's Ultimate Ragnarok. Dude. And it's still lingering. Oh my gosh. Okay. Everything, all the qualms I had with Ra's Ultimate, as beautiful as it was, this is what an Ultimate looks like, dude. He's charging it up. He's like got like the Dragon Ball Z power aura coming from his feet. Charging up the blast, and then boom, there's a shockwave, lightning crashing down, and it's like rupturing the earth. That feels like it has weight to it. You will feel that when you wake up in the morning. Assuming you even wake up in the morning. You probably don't wake up after that. That is sick. Let's watch that one more time. Bam! That's what an Ultimate looks like, dude. That is insane. Like the crackling electricity over the magma, like rupturing the earth. Dude, that... I'd take my hat off, but I'm not wearing one. That is sick. Absolutely nailed it. Okay. So set skill 1. Who's that? Okay, hold on. That's a cool animation, especially for a basic skill. So that's okay. This is set skill 2. Bam. Okay, yeah, no, that's sick. I like that. I could vibe with that. But who is that in the picture? It's like a horse donkey man. See if I can get a good look at his face. Yeah, it's like some sort of like horse demon. I don't know. But set skill 3. Can we see his face? He's definitely from the Aru faction, just from the aesthetic. Like when you look at his weapon, it's reminiscent of what we see from Ra and what's the other one called? Horus. That's the one. So if we look at Horus's weapon, I didn't pause it. I'm a bad pauser. All right, there. Okay, we can kind of see it there. Yeah, so it's like Horus, Ra, they all have this very similar like aesthetic vibe, and you can see that same aesthetic in this one. So he's definitely from the Aru faction. And that's also the vibe I get from his just general aesthetic. Boom. Yeah, that is very cool. Okay. Wait. Oh. Hold on. Okay. Set is the name of the character. I see. So it says set skill 3, and this says, okay. I was thinking like from his set of skills, this is the set skill 1. Set is the name of the character. That's who that is. I don't think we've seen Set before, have we? Hold on. Let's go to ragewoodgaming.com and see if Set has been revealed before. Factions. He's from Aru. Surely. Oh, we have seen Set. Oh, okay. I guess I just missed it. Or maybe I don't know who Set is in the lore, so that's why it didn't register in my brain. Okay. Yeah. So he's a disruptor archetype. So what is this that we see? What is, maybe that's some sort of like stun debuff or something? Interesting. Oh, okay, so that says skill number 3. So I'm assuming that's his ultimate. It looks like an ultimate the way he charges it up. Yeah, that's sick. Okay. So I'm assuming this is his cooldown skill. And then this would be like his basic attack. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was super sick. Interesting. I totally forgot. Like I said, I'm not a history buff. I don't know the lore of these characters. Gods, myths, and legends, not my wheelhouse. But Godforge is looking pretty sick. All right, let's check out King Tut's skill set. Okay, hits him with the 1-2 punch. Let's watch that one more time. Bam, bam. Okay, I could dig it. It's kinky. He's got like the cat of nine tails there. All right, let's check out his secondary skill. Core ability, I think is what they call them. Boom. It looks like some sort of AoE. That's pretty sick. Okay, let's watch that one more time. I could vibe with that. Yeah, sick. These are going to be like, if you think they're sick looking now, wait till they have odd like sound effects with them too. That just amps it up even more. Triple tap, sick. All right, I could dig it. Tut's looking sick. And what is this? A 45-minute video from Dirk. We might have to break this down separately. I'm going to stop recording here. I'm going to watch this, go through it, and maybe just show you guys some highlights. How about that? I'll see you on the other side.
Let's get to work on implementing set. First, we'll go into our timeline tool, the helper. This is where all characters get implemented. This was made by John, and this tool does a fantastic job of giving us a one-for-one view, I guess, of what a character will look like in the editor, and then how that ports into the game. So let's go ahead and load in the character we're working on. It's going to be set. All right. Take a look at him here in all of his T-pose majesty, and let's bring him to life now. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at his timelines for his basic, core, and ultimate abilities. They're already set up here, which is nice. It saves a little bit of time, and we'll take a look into the basic. Here's what we need. We need a section track. This is going to basically just say, hey, this is when the ability's happening, is during this time. We've got a combat condition clip here. This is any sort of condition, such as, if this, then do this. Is going to be done here. This is a basic attack, not a lot to expect from conditions, so that'd be the 1. And this is going to be the damage of the attack on this clip. So we have to time when the damage happens. And let's time it up with some animations. So let's go into the FX and start adding the tracks. Our camera. Let's get our animations in. Let's take a look at what this does. Yeah. Alright, so he's swinging with his weapon horizontally, and then returns back to his idle. Cool. This frame, we're going frame by frame here, right? This frame hasn't hit her yet. This frame, yeah, it will be hitting her, but it's the frame after you're going to react, because no one's reacting instantaneous, right? Usually there's that moment of, did I just get cut? And then you're cut, right? So now we're going to time it up about here, right after the cut goes through. All right. Make sure she's returning her idol. There, yes. All right, cool. We're going to add in, before the attack, let's add in some running. Right, clip, basic run. All right, we got that right here. We like to have everyone run for about half a second or so. They can run quicker. We can make them run slower. You want to You don't want to run too slow because if they kind of lollygag and take the time getting out there, obviously it drags as a player. Like, come on, hurry up. I don't want this attack to take all day. But you don't want to go too fast either because not everyone is meant to be like a like teleports behind you, nothing personal, kid kind of character. So let's keep around about a half second is our average. And then after attacking, he's going to certainly need to jump back. Basic jump back. So now what we're doing is we're blending the animations in so he doesn't just like run up, teleport into the attack pose, swing, teleport into his jump back pose. You want it to blend nicely. So as he brings the weapon back from his swing, it should look like he's using sort of the momentum of that to shift positions and go into his jump back. So as the weapon comes in, his foot drops back, and then he's using that to immediately spring back. That's pretty good. So let's get our movement in there now. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, she's not happy with that. So this is what you'll see. So we're getting it now, right? Cha. And jump back. And now if you want to take a look at how that's going to look in-game, start to set our cameras up now, right? So the way we're going to do cameras is we have this nice 3/4 view, which just gives it this angle, right? We're going to use a linear transition, so the game's going to go from its normal default targeting view, which looks about like this. Oh, let's not play here. So it's going to go from about this angle here, right? And then it's going to pop into a 3/4 here. And when we use a linear transition, it's going to shift up. The camera will sort of pan into this position while adjusting the field of view like a, just a good blend. So it'll give it a nice cinematic look. And this allows you to kind of see everything. We're going to run this. So if you notice, this camera is going to follow the character in, right? You get right into the action. But what we don't want is the camera to then follow him back. So if I let this play through, hopefully without the movement track breaking, you see the camera follow him back, right? Well, we don't want everyone getting kind of nauseous watching the camera come in like a hip hop music video with a lot of kind of effects. So rather, we'll cut this on the movement on his back. So as he's coming back, we don't want it so abrupt that you're just hopping out of the frame entirely. Now let's take a look at what this would look like if you ran in and jump back. So you kind of just pop out of the frame. We want the camera to stick to just a little tiny bit. So what we're going to use is we're going to count up 4 frames on the movement track down here. Zoom in. 1 frame, 2 frames, 3 frames, 4 frames. Grab this. Bring this back to the end. Okay, now let's take a look how this plays out. Boom. And jump back. There we go. You see? Camera follows him a little tiny bit as he's popping back, and then kind of lets go. And we transition to the next turn. Now what we want here is to start adding in some VFX. Now it looks like he's swinging with the full force of a god of chaos. Bam! We're going to need a lot more VFX tracks. So we're going to duplicate this. We're going to change the impact. All right, let's get the impact in. It's a single target ability, so we'll put that on single target, on the root. Let's see where this is hitting, right? And basically you want this to start when the animation of getting hit starts, assuming that the VFX are active on the first frame, which they aren't always. So we're going to look at that right now, right? So she's getting hit at this point. We should see spark of VFX, but we don't. So it's not active on the first frame. Nice good VFX. This going to sell the poison on hit. I believe he does poison on hit. Let's see. Set, what do you do? Oh, initiative down. That's right. All right, cool. So that is on. See how that looks. Whack. Let's get another track down here. More VFX. There was at least one other I saw. Self. Weapon on. Is it going to weapon tip? Oh, look at this one. Or is this going on the weapon? Okay, on the weapon. Alright. Kind of funny with a double-sided weapon. He's only powering up the one side, right? All right, so here's an example of one that's not going to quite line up where we need it to, so we'll have to adjust that. Alright, so this is charging up on this side here. I think we want it on the other one actually. Pretty sure we're going to want that over here. X-axis, here we go. Alright, so we're going to drag this over like this. And where does that look cool at? About right here, right? Centered in the middle of the weapon. Kind of where you'd expect power to draw into. Oh, it's looking pretty slick. Alright, now we have to line that up though, right? We don't want to start until he gets there. So he gets over here, weapon draws back, starts drawing the power. And he's swinging through, right? Oh, and then it dissipates at the end. I think that's pretty good. Pretty God of Chaosy, right? Oh, actually looks pretty nice. We got our VFX in. I don't think there's any other VFX. Next we want sound effects. Basic 2 sound effects. Oh, alright. Easy peasy. It's another one where I've got so the impact is going to happen actually about where that animation is. This is our impact VFX. So the sounds never immediately happen on frame 1 either, right? So we're going to probably line it up with the VFX versus the animation. Let's find out. So oh, way too early. Oops, hold on. Let's mute this one. It's too late. Let's make it a little earlier. This is the tough part with sound, but you kind of just have to watch it and listen. Still too late. It's about 3 frames earlier. Let's see. Close. Still about 2 frames late, maybe. It's looking pretty good. I think it might actually be a little late. Let's find out. Let's go right here. There's something about having Lady Zoc as the test dummy for getting whacked that I don't know. I feel like we should use like a knight or something. Someone who's got armor to take these hits instead of this girl who looks like she would be at Mardi Gras or something. Poor woman's suffering. Suffering. Alright. So that's pretty on point now. Bam, right? Alright. Now let's get the mute that one. And we'll switch this to the other sound effect we have for set, which was this one. This is the VFX one. This is going to line up with, my guess this goes with the charge up. We're going to want to start about right here, right? When that is starting. Let's try to drop this back a bit. Now, sound effects do typically have a big delay when they actually start. So we're going to kind of guess it like we just did. Okay, cool. And let's listen to them together. Alright. Yeah, one time. Take that, Lady Zoc. Alright. Pretty satisfying, actually. Like an aardvark game here. Alright? Ah, here we go. So we got his basic set, right? Let's whack this mother with his basic. Yeah. That flash of teal you saw was the game loading the textures. Right. Make sure. That's good. Just one more, just to enjoy it. That's looking pretty solid. So success. And that is the implementation of Set's basic ability.
Bit of a long one today. It is what it is. Just working with what they gave me. But thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, I will see you all in another video soon. But until next time, everyone, take care.